Good morning, good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. It is 6:59, so we should start seeing some PRs come out here shortly. I'm not in UWE. I just have it pulled up. I played it earlier though, but just posted in the Discord. I'm gonna leave this one alone, and I'm glad I am because it's looking like it might push here. 7 o'clock's kind of. It'll be interesting to see how it responds, but not interested in it at the moment. Get some PRs coming out. BLIN. What is this one? BLIN. BLIN. There we go. Oh my gosh. Ooh, NUWE is pushing. I'm not in it, like I said. No plans on being in it either. Morning, morning. You the only one on today, Chief? Only get one good morning today? I was wondering if it was live. But anyways, looking at top gainers. Good morning, guys. Again, today's going to be another day. I'm going to be picky because I'm up a little, well, 561 to be exact. I played in UWE. I got in at the VWAP break and wrote it to 200 and then played it a little over here. But between all these nanos that are pumping lately, I just haven't been doing very well in pre-market, so I'm gonna have another day of trying to be picky. I've been having to make it all back during regular session. I mean, yesterday wasn't red or anything, but I feel like I haven't had a very good feel of pre-market in January, so don't be surprised if I'm a little picky. As opposed to December and November, I was shorting everything. A little bit more favorable market, but still not a bad market. It's just a lot of nanos pumping. RDW jumped. Little big market cap for me. I just don't have as good of luck with these flushing. GNTA is moving. A little bit coming back to the underside of VWAP. Only thing I don't like, every time it falls below VWAP, it reclaims. Below VWAP, it reclaims. Below VWAP, reclaims. And it's going to have a hard time falling through this 200. So, well, the 5 minute doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's probably a decent play, but I'm probably going to sit this one out. But I'm going to keep my eye on it. I like maybe if it pushed up to the 9. Where's that, around 225-ish? Kind of seems like the 9 is on the 5-minute is kind of walking it down. Yeah, good call. If it pushes and takes off, yeah. But I think it might could even, who knows, keep trending down from here. But I'll keep it pulled up, keep an eye on it, appreciate it. Oh yeah, it's got a couple 200s up here, 280 and 310. Cool. But yeah, the only ticker I played today was NUWE. I woke up and caught a little move from here down to the 200 after it broke VWAP. And I played it off this 5 and caught this little move here, but I'm not super interested. And I play this thing after hours too, so I've got a few reps on it. In the Discord, I did after hours live stream yesterday, and this was one of the plays I caught. But I probably should stop while I'm ahead because I think it's a 1 million float, so it looks like it's getting the money flow. CYN. Ooh, right to the 250 and flushed. I don't know what that line is, but I have it drawn and that's where it went. Oh yeah, there's some resistance there. See where it wicks down right here? If it gets to 250 maybe, but I'm not going to jump in before that. I do like that it has a decent float for once. 7.9 million float is what I'm seeing. It's crazy I'm saying 7 million is decent, but everything's, or most of these tickers are nanos, 1 million or 2 million. I do a little market analysis in the Discord, and it still continues to kind of be the same. Let's see. Yeah. Where did I find it at? Got my locates. I'm gonna take a stab here soon. I was looking away. Did it already hit? I'm about to. What is the news on this thing? All right, I'm about to get my first. Well, CYN. I'm gonna wait now. I'm gonna let it push. That was a strong move, but I do have my locates. My finger was about to slap it too. So, what is the news? Why is it responding this way? CYN. Triples, vehicles, orders year over year. Doesn't seem that strong. I might start scaling. This is one I might just scale into. That's what I'm gonna do. I wish I would have got some more on that pop. So I'm in it. See if it falls back below that level. My first entry is small since I didn't time the top of it, but I didn't want it to be too big. But it's flushing a little bit. Up a couple hundred on it. So I'm already trimmed out of most of that ad. Again, it wasn't a very good ad. It was 259, but that was just a little starter position. 500 shares. Already trimmed out of 400 of them. But if it keeps pushing, I haven't been scaling into plays as much lately because everything's been nanos, and I don't really do that with nanos because to me, I think that's a dangerous game for me at least. Do you? But so I try to find like the tops, but with a play like this, 7 million float, I wouldn't mind scaling in, but I wasn't really paying attention. Should have scaled in it all the way up to 290, but let me see what the 1 minute's looking like. Are we below VWAP? Yeah, I might just go ahead and trim my last little runner here, and then see if it pushes again, then I'll add some more. Well, I'm letting it fall now, but I'll get out here at 245. All right, I'm out. But yeah, I didn't get the best entry on it, but kind of coming up with a game plan for it. But if it pushes back up, I don't think the news is really, I mean, it sounds strong. Tripling, I mean, imagine if Ford released that they tripled their vehicle orders year over year. So, I mean, it's significant, but if you really dig into the numbers, you know, how many did they sell did they sell 3 previously? Now they sold 9, you know what I mean? I got to dig in to really know the impact. Oh, and they have a collaboration with NVIDIA. They actually use the word collaboration to support next generation autonomous vehicle development. I don't know. If this was a nano, I bet it would be taken off. But again, y'all have heard me say this: float is more important than the news headlines lately, it seems. This might have too big of a float to pump. And again, I know that sounds crazy. It's only 7 million, but it's mostly the nanos. That's what I was doing when I wasn't paying attention. So micro floats, like under 2 million out of the, let's see, where did I find that stat at? I can't even find it now. Long story short, I think 9 out of 11 of the tickers that's made 100% moves have been under 2 million float. So the point of this story is micros are booming, but this doesn't feel like that bad of news. Tripling vehicle sales and collaboration with NVIDIA, but again, I don't know, but just being a little cautious with it. Yeah, it is strange they don't say how many units, and that's probably intentional. That's why I said it, you know, did they sell 1? Now they sold 3. Yeah, NUWE is a dumpster fire, TMAC, and hella dilution and offering availability too. And warrants. They got all kind of stuff. They're gonna slam this thing today, I bet. But I'm gonna let CYN push a little bit, just because, again, tripling sells, NVIDIA collaboration. It sounds like it could be pretty strong. I mean, I don't think that's terrible news. But again, I don't know the details of it. But I said I'm gonna be a little cautious today, so I might still play it, but I want to see it push a little bit more now that I've had time to kind of digest the news. Yeah, it's running on hopes and dreams, aka manipulation. Just kidding. I don't know why it's running, but I was looking at something in AskEdgar, which I got a link in my description if anybody is interested, 20% off. That they have well, let's see if I can pull it up, a history of just diluting. any chance they get. And they don't have a big cash runway, so this might be some insider pump. That what got it started. Now it's trading on momentum, but so in UWE in their November 10Q, they projected cash to last only until Q1, so I would expect a financing of some sort, most likely warrant inducement deal. And then they reduced it to $3. And also they have an open at the money and a deep pool of registered warrants that can deliver stocks without new registration. Frequent pass raises, urgent cash need, live at the money, and explicit board mandate to secure $5 million to make a near-term registered ATM offering highly probable. So they'll probably dilute. CYN pushing back up. I don't know, guys. I kind of think this news is decent. So I'm gonna leave it alone. It might not push just because it's 7 million float, which is wild to say that's might be too big, but I'm just gonna play it safe. QBTS. Ended up flushing. Nice little flush on CYN. Hope one of y'all caught it. I'm being a little careful. QBTS released a lot of news. Oh, it's up to, that's why I didn't hit my, okay, that makes sense. Selects Boca Raton for new corporate headquarters. Yeah, I'm not interested in QBTS. I just saw it moving. CYN recovered.
CYN.
There's been plenty of scalping opportunities on this one, but my instinct might be right on this one. It's kind of looking strong. Let's see if it flushes here. Couldn't hold over the level. But it could. What's NUWE? Is it still in attention? Yeah, it's still a little bit of attention from NWE, I think. NUWE, yeah. I just clicked on the Edgar link. Somehow I knew all the symbols I looked at this morning. It's probably the ones that are getting looked at the most. That's funny. JZXN, I think that's a sketchy Chinese one, but let's pull it up. 2 million Chinese. High offer and availability. Receive 90 million investment from Morgan International Finance at $3 per share to boost blockchain and Web3 initiative. Since it's at $3, might not be a bad short at 3. But low float Chinese, I'm not messing with right now. I'm not up that much. I'm up close to 700 on the morning just because I played NUWE early, so I'm just not going to risk it. But it's flushing. That's a good sign though. But like I said at the beginning of this, I've been struggling a little bit in pre-market in January, so just not uncommon. Once things heat up a little bit, I lay off pre-market as much. I love pre-market and slow markets, but when things heat up, I don't do as well. But I've been making up for it intraday. There's been a lot of good fades lately. And again, going back to my market radar snapshot in Discord, it says that 84% of stocks, our small cap stocks, are closing below VWAP. And the new high of days after 11 a.m. is only 19%. So there are some hot plays throughout the day, but most of them are still fading. The hot plays get the attention, but most of them are still fading. I don't see any good daily levels for CYN. Ooh, this thing has got huge range on these moves though. Good daily levels. Honestly, where it's at right here, but it's already over it, obviously. But no, nothing super clear. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos throughout here. Maybe 410. I have it marked off from previously. Maybe 323, but yeah, nothing that's just like super high confidence. But yeah, the goal is to not give back gains today. I'll find a decent play, but right now I'm doing a lot more filling out than anything. Good morning, Ian. Cool, Denny. Yeah, even the free again, like it. Even the free AskEdgar it's they still give you the color coding ratings and stuff. I still think it's not a bad idea. I got the pro just because I like to dig in a little bit more, and it's easier to speak to stuff. But I used the free one for a while, so the free works pretty good too. I just wanted to be in the Discord, and in order to get in their Discord, you gotta. Think you got to be a paid member, but you still get a high level overview with the free AskEdgar, and that's probably what most people, that's all they need. Nice little flush on JZXN. Anybody catch this? That's all that matters, Denny. I haven't figured out what Discord means. It's a, yeah, I don't. Discord is a messy platform to me anyways. But basically just an app for communities. Mostly gamers actually, but stocks groups are usually in Discord too. All right, 5 minutes till 7:30. Hang out till then. Good call, not shorting RDW. Yeah, those bigger market caps, I don't have as good. Geez, yeah, this thing took off. Yeah, these bigger market caps, here's a good example, guys, of why I don't really like shorting the bigger market caps, because they just tend to grind like this. And even like a CYN, if it's moving it, let's pull up the 1 minute, even if it's moving against you, like let's say it's still in an uptrend, it's making all these moves so you can average up, get out, average up, get out, or add, get out. There's so many moves, but like look at RDW. Like if you entered right here, there weren't a lot of pullbacks for you to really get out. So these larger market, again, it's a probability game. Not all of them do this, but majority of them do this right here. They just kind of grind up. So I don't like shorting those as much. Once they get over 200 million market cap, especially that one, that was like 1.5 billion. But yeah, NUWE, I thought this one was about to give it all back earlier. That's why I got in under VWAP and kind of wrote it down. I'm glad I got out at 4 because I saw the 1 minute 200s here. But honestly, I thought it was probably going to just do a little mini pop and keep fading, but this thing recovered. Looks like we're going back to VWAP maybe. CYN might be interesting for money rotation. If some good PRs, well, it's starting to drop a little now, but there's some decent PRs that come out. I wonder if it'll steal attention away from this one. But again, this one, the news between tripling sales, and they use the word collaboration with NVIDIA for autonomous driving. I mean, I think that's just pretty strong headlines, verbiage, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna just sit this one out. Yeah, if this was a little bit smaller float, if this would have been a 1 million float, I might would have taken a long on it, 2 million float, but 7 million, I'm not really sure. And when I'm not sure, and I think that the headline's strong, I usually just try to just sit it out. But 1 minute till new PRs come out, this is usually kind of the spot I like to try to get in for a money rotation, as it's trying to push to break a new high. But again, I'm probably going to skip this one. See, look at it, it's pushing. Yeah, headed back to VWAP. Couple AI news, BTCT. BTCT. Ooh, it's pushing. Enters into strategic framework agreement with Fog Computing for AI computing. And then the other one was BFRG that looked like decent. Nope. So BTCT got the money flow, but it doesn't look like it's very liquid, to be honest. Let's pull up the daily. It's not up that much. It's only up 13%, only 30K shares traded on it. So I'll keep an eye on it, but I want to see this one push a little bit. BCTX is pushing. Got slammed. CYN still pushing. Kind of just observing, guys. I just, like I said earlier, I'm going to protect my profit. I got some early, so I'm not going to, I don't really like any of these plays that much. CYN still breaking new highs. DCGO just released some news. Not seeing anything yet. Feel like we're getting a lot of flushes today though. Bro, CYN's a beast. Glad I avoided this one. Well, I did play it, but got out quick with a little profit, not much. Squeezing now. Hope it's none of y'all it's squeezing. So NUWE's at VWAP. It's kind of interesting because on the one, the 200s and VWAP are relatively close. 5 minute, not so much. But let's see if it bounces here. But it definitely got attention stolen from it, CYN. It's probably a good example of money rotation. Onto the shiny new ticker. What's your thoughts on TRIB, this ticker? It's not even liquid. There's just no thoughts. I mean, it's not even moving. Only 19K volume today. I mean, I see it's grinding up on the daily a little, but good luck getting through the dollar level and the 200 unless there's news. But yeah, I'd be the only one in this ticker if I traded it. Does it bounce on the 9? Let's see. It's kind of been, the 9's kind of been walking it up on the 1 minute. See if CYN flushes a little bit here. It's breaking under the 9, so see where this 5 seconds where it ends. It recovered though, so well, kinda. But let's see if it flushes back to VWAP. It's only the 1 minute. I don't read into 1 minute candles too much. I mean, I like 1 minute more and more the more I use it, but not necessarily for like candle closures. More just like where's VWAP and the 9 and things like that on the 1 minute, because these candles can mislead you a little bit, or mislead me at least. So I am at, since it's slow, we'll talk about something else. I'm at 992 subs. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So if any of y'all are tuning in and not a subscriber, help me hit a 1K. I'd appreciate it. Trying something in the background since I'm bored with these plays. Let's see if it works. Oops. Nope, didn't work. Anyways, the likes get me, only 14. Yeah, appreciate the likes too, guys. Work? Not really. Nope, it didn't work. Apologies, I've been looking away. I'm trying to add this little counter, but I don't know what I'm doing. Do you go live often? Alexandru, appreciate you, bro. Yep. Four more subs, let's go. By the time I get this counter I'm trying to add on here, I'll get there. Well, since it's slow, there's really no plays I want to play. But 8 o'clock is when most of the PRs come out, so I'm sure we'll get something. NUWE starting to curl up a little bit, bouncing off VWAP. I don't really trust this play. Bobby says he's long. Good luck, my friend. I started scaling out of my position similar to you. It's less stressful for sure. Yeah, and I wish I had a good rule of thumb of how I do it, but again, that's what's the hardest part about teaching about trading discretionary. I do a lot of filling it out based on the play and conviction, but I do like scaling out of plays, getting my size down, and then leaving runners. Same thing whenever a stock goes against me too. I'll scale out of it if I'm like not certain I want to get out yet, but lower my size. So I think that's where I get a lot of my success. It's probably harder to replicate is just because I'm over managing my position sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't say over managing, but I'm like constantly managing it. So I think that's why I get away with getting in a little early. And that's kind of the hardest part to teach. Because anybody can say, hey, it's going to go to $6 short it. But a lot of times it only make it to $5.90. And sometimes it'll push to $6.40 before it fails at 6. It's just hard to. It's just reps in the game, I think. Just trading, seeing how stocks react. Three subs away from 1K. I'm not getting off the stream until I hit 1K. I got a big call at noon, so I'm gonna have to get off at some point, but I gotta prep for that. But see if we get some new plays here at 8 o'clock. 7 minutes away. Yeah, filthy. It is. You do a pretty good job with it. Filthy trades has his own channel in Discord now, and I appreciate all your wisdom you've been sharing, especially about the crown setup. The thing about NUWE, deep down, I would love to short this play. Like, imagine a lot of 8 o'clock PRs come out. I do feel like it's going to break down at some point because it's running on like no news. They have a bunch of dilution. But again, it's like a double-edged sword because if it's running on BS like this, like, is it being manipulated to drive the price up? I don't want to be on the wrong side of this, so I'm probably going to just sit it out. How do you tell the difference from a crown to a porcupine? Crown is for subscribers only, exactly. Bobby, yeah, now it's got a little market. It's got a little float on it. But like even right here, if it gets 8 o'clock, some good PRs come out. I wouldn't be surprised if it flushes, but wouldn't be surprised if it pushes either. So when I'm not confident either way, I sit on my hands. Quit watching CYN. What happened to it? Oh, it retraced back to VWAP. Kind of rode the 9 down on the 1 minute. Yeah, not the most exciting stream I've ever had, but we'll find something. And if not, we don't. But most days we do. I don't think I've had a live stream where I didn't take a trade. Well, and I've already taken one trade, but I think there'll be some more trades here shortly. RDW still pushing. But here's a good example why I don't like these bigger market cap ones like this. Again, it's not here I'm right, because I'm wrong a lot, but just a little teaching moment. See, this was like a 1.8 or 1.5 billion, and it was first on our radar, I think, around here, around 1190 or something. But this is a good example of why I don't have as good of luck with these bigger market caps. They just keep grinding on me like this. This one did have a little bit of a pullback, so if you were averaging in, you had a chance to get out, but don't love these. And here's why. All right, 1 minute till some new PRs come out. Let's see what kind of action we get.
NWL JZN
KZIA.
BTCT
KZIA had some news, and I think it's kind of weak.
USBC BZAI.
And if you're new, don't read into these alerts too much. Trade Ideas freaks out at 8 o'clock. Okay, ZIA, is it pushing now?
BNRG PHG IPW. XHLD.
ASBP's pushing. What's the float on this one? I'm seeing about 3 million. Oh, patent application. I love patent news. It rarely holds up. So I'm going to keep my eye on this one. I would like to see it push a little bit more. But I might have missed the pop. Did somebody say RR earlier too? I forgot about that one. RR. Yeah, I didn't even see this one. Or robotics. I'll probably pass on it.
Hind.
$1.54 float. I bet this thing's about to rip. Yeah, this one's got a low float on it.
SWVL.
Dang, I should have got in that one. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of just watching. Dang, I missed all these plays. Oh, CYN broke down. I think this one could push. I know, I'm tempted to take a long on it. That's why I'm in it. So I'm in a long here. 579 is my entry. Trimming here some. I want to see if it just rips up here though. Trimming. I'm not confident it's going to rip through like I want it to. It's got a tiny float, 1 point. So I trimmed out of most of my shares on my little miniature long, but I want to see it just make a, here it comes. There we go. But I'm trimming because I just don't think it's going to hold up. So I'm out. I made a little bit on my long. But phase 3, I thought it was probably going to rip harder. I don't think the market's as hot as I thought it. I mean, this one I felt like was going to really take off, but all good. I made a little bit on it. Playing on the wrong side today, though. Oh, ASBP, what a flush. All right, well, I missed all the plays, getting distracted by HIND. I thought this was about to be a face ripper, though. Okay, well, anyways, I missed most of the pops. Oh, NUWE's looking pretty weak here.
GNTA.
GNTA.
JWL. BNRGC. I'm back in it. I think HIND is about to squeeze. Hind.
Oh. we'll stop out if it falls back under 6. Phase 3 news. Oh, Ross is in it too? Yeah, I don't blame him for being in it. Phase 3 with a low float. There we go, baby. That's what I was waiting for. Trim some right at 7. I'm out completely. It made a little bit on that long, but I think it could keep ripping because I mean, it's kind of the stars are aligning with this one. Low float, solid news. Y'all know I don't take a lot of longs, but this one was a lot of things I liked about it. Okay, I don't know. There's just CYN completely faded. Missed that. What did NUWE do? It's fading too. Oh, Heinz about to squeeze. Here it comes. GNTA. Let me pull that one up. Oh, well, that one was running earlier, wasn't it? GNTA. No, that's not even a new play. Yeah, I added at the 9 though, so I'm gonna write it one more time. Stop above below VWAP. I want to see if it makes one more push here. But anyways, so yeah, I haven't seen a lot of shorts I like, but I took a long, which is weird. But oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me, because I entered this one pretty heavy this time, so let me take some profit here. But it's not really pulling away though. Glad I took some profit. Things flushing now. Good. Now is it a, what's the 5 minute look like? Yeah, what did Ross make on it? I didn't do that good because I just got stopped out just then by more than I probably should have let myself get stopped out, but that's all good. Ross made 50K on it. Oh my gosh. Wish I could say the same thing. It is wild. It is wild. That's the crazy thing about trading. I mean, the roof is really the ceiling, you know? Anything, I mean, there's really no ceiling. I don't know why I said the roof. There's no ceiling. I think this one's cooked now, though. I was looking to see if there was going to be a dip opportunity, but I think it is cooked. I'm surprised this one didn't just like pull away nasty though, especially with him being in it. Anyways, enough looking at that one. Let's see what the comments say. I got distracted by a potential long, and I made a little bit on it, but I was hoping it was just going to pull away. Those ones that just pull away, you just make stupid on. Let's see what y'all are saying. ASPC, probably already missed it now. Oh my goodness, GNTA gave it all back. ASPC. Well, it's still got a little pop here. I'm not really, I don't like them at this price range too much. I'd recommend analyzing and digesting the news release with HIND before getting in too deep. I say this because to me it doesn't seem like a real credible news release. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I was just playing a quick scalp on it. Yeah, it probably is. Most of these are BS, honestly. No, totally. Yeah, I was just playing the momentum on it. I'm done with it now, though. But I was hoping it would squeeze for sure. but it didn't. It never did that. So all good. Made a little bit on it, but not what I wanted to make on it. Then got stopped out, lost a little at the end, but still green on it, so I'll take it. Getting close to 8:30. Yeah, I didn't take a lot of shorts today. Took more before the stream started, which is unusual. ASPC tanked. Boom. Nice flush. But yeah, I missed this one. But again, I don't really like them in this price range too much. So I'm being a little picky today, probably too picky. But I went into this call saying I was going to be that way because I wanted to keep my profits from earlier. But I would like one more play. I just feel like I've been a little distracted because HIND. If I'm thinking about a long, I have to like lock in. TradeZero is what I recommend, but the platform, that's what I use. HIND is flushing. Probably was right. Where were you at? Success Logic. I am curious if it bounces off the 9 here, but I'm not going to play it. No, market's not feeling as dangerous today, and that's kind of why I'm watching HIND now more than necessarily trying to take a long on it. It's more just like, how are these tickers? So this was actually, to me, low float, phase 3 news, and it didn't respond very well. Yeah, and I got a link for it in my description, Todd. TradeZero. I mean, I recommend it, but again, it's definitely catered for short sellers. %20 pops. Here we go. Oh Jesus, that's hilarious. NAMM moving again. Getting close to, ooh, a retest and 200. This might be the play I was waiting for. So I want to see it push a little bit more. Are you live every day? Yeah, Monday through Thursday. Fridays in the Discord. I've, like I said, been a little distracted today because I was wanting to take that long position. And if I take longs, I got to lock in because I'm not very good at it. I just try to catch one when the stars align. But NAMM, so I want this. This is a good, well, I shouldn't say good play, but this is a play I will take if it pushes a little bit. Grab it, secure, and locates now. A high of day and 200. Please get up there. Oh, it is a mineral company, though. I don't love that, but I'll still trade it. So I got my locates. Here we go. A little bit higher. I'm going to start scaling in. So I already got my first entry. Probably a little early, but this is what I do. Nice little flush so far, up a couple hundred on it, but I want to see if it drops a little bit more. 12 million float, I do like that. 265 million market cap, a little bit bigger than I prefer, but I don't like the industry gold because precious metals have been popping. What is silver doing today? Well, I guess I should look up gold. Gold. Not breaking new highs at least, so. So I still haven't taken any profit, but if it drops a little bit more, I think I'm going to. ROLR just had new news. But not doing too much. Oh, I got to trim some on NAMM here that we flushed. Let's see. NAMM is multi-day runner. Yep. And I like multi-day runners if they push towards a 200 or high of day retest, but yeah, it's not really like a buy and hold. I'm gonna trim some more here on this move down. How many cents are you willing to risk on shorts from initial entry? Oh, there's a lot of variable in that. Yeah, it's hard to kind of really speak to it, but it's whenever I'm a discretionary trader, so it's whenever my thesis of the position changes. If I think it's no longer going to fail, then I will cut it. But yeah, it's not like a set risk versus reward, or that I can like speak to very very clearly. Like for this one, I was going to scale in it I did scale in at 530s all the way up to 550s, probably all the way up to 560s. And then if it proved that it was going to break this high and hold, then I'm going to cut regardless of how many cents I'm down. So it's based on the position more than just a set risk versus reward. I'm not like a systematic trader like that. I mean, you don't have to be a systematic trader to have set numbers, but it really depends on the ticker, because if I'm letting a 50 cent, if I'm shorting a dollar ticker, I might only let it move against me 5 cents, where in AMM, I might let it run against me, 30, 40 cents or something. And I'm completely out of NAMM, by the way. PRZO just got some news. Flush to the 200s, but it already failed. But yeah, if you want to learn more about shorting, I got a Discord community, link in the description. I should post it here, but where I dig into this more. Oh, we're at $9.99, guys. I need one more sub to be at 1,000. Let's do it. Today wasn't the best. I didn't really trade that much, but caught a few plays. NIVF. Oh, nice little retest here. Yeah, I'm interested. Let me get it pulled up. I think it might start falling here though, because I think it already retested. So I might, I think I just missed it. Oh, here we go. We're back up. So I'm gonna start scaling into this thing. Get another chance. I'm in at a couple thousand shares. Ooh, tiny float. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover some of these. I didn't realize the float was that tiny. You'd be in 2,000 shares with a float like this. Or this early, I mean. So I'm back to only 1,000. If it pushes back to 235, 240, I'll add some more, but I'll see if these last 1,000 flush. But it is a tiny float, so trimmed a little bit more in the teens, low teens. I just got out 216. And I'm going to trim the rest here. 205. All right, I'm out. Sorry for the question. You can ask questions. You good? Sorry for the question, but you can set up early and late trading in NetZero. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. And thanks for the call out on NIVF. Maybe you're talking about TradeZero, and are you talking about pre-market and after hours, because yeah, you can trade those. Yeah. Yeah, all the way up to 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Ooh. If this fails here, it could just continue to fall today. This might be like a just hold position to see if it keeps falling throughout the day. It's not super, it looks like it's not very liquid by how it's like, if you look at it like this, but I already missed my entry on it. But yeah, this one could just keep dying throughout the day. NTLA big news release. Jeez, I got out too early. It went right back to the, man, I was in 2,000 shares. I could have made a killing on that one, but got out a little quick at the 9, but nice flush. Just a little basic retest. And it's still flushing. IVF pop over VWAP. Ooh, it's pushing too. If we get up to about 165, 170, I'll get in this one. Little base hits today. I'll take it. 16 million float, 32 million market cap. They have no cash and high overall offering risk. This is a trash ticker anyways. I might actually start. Let's see. Let me get my locates first, and I might start scaling in this one early too, just in case it fails before it gets there. Oh, slamming it now. Now we're up here. Broke a new high, but let's see if it holds. Nope. I'm in 3,000 shares, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim some a little here. Very little though, because I think this one could flush nasty. But my size again is trying to keep it at bay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm glad I did, because we might keep pushing, guys. Whoa, that's a strong move. So I stopped out. Wow. I might, shoot, might try to here at $2. That was a crazy move though. I'm gonna try it here at $2, see if it fails. Got rocked a little on that one. There we go. Making a little bit of it back though. It wanted to go to $2 instead. Thing went against me pretty quick, but and I'm still holding a decent amount because it should come back to reality. This didn't have news, did it? No. This one just does random crap like this sometimes. It just pumps. But I trimmed out of some of them, but I'm still holding a decent amount. And if we get over $2, I'll just stop out. I got a good entry on it. There we go. Keep falling. How many shares you usually take? Again, that goes back to, I'm not trying, and I hate being this way because I'm not trying to give like crappy answers, but it really depends on conviction. So let me trim some of these real quick, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more so it maybe make more sense. All right, I'm out of most of my position now. I'm setting up a stop limit order just in case. So I'll talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about it. So it's based on conviction. So I size, and in pre-market and after hours, I usually size down a little bit because there's less liquidity, and they can, I mean, some of these longs can just rip your face off if the float's too small. This one, so this is a 16 million float, so I'm not too concerned, even though it made a pretty strong move up to 2. I feel a little bit more conviction knowing that it's going to flush, and I know this ticker, IVF, very familiar with this ticker. It usually does this right here. I got in a little early, yes, but it does have, you know, it has a tendency of just giving back all of its gains like it's literally doing right now. So, sorry, I'm trying to scale out some right here. Because I'm still in a couple thousand shares. Just in case it wants to bounce at VWAP. But anyways, so it's based on conviction. So how confident I am in this play. If the float's decent, if there's no news, it all depends on that. But typically my sizing is anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000, my initial entry. And I try to stay under like 10 grand in total. But if you're in the Discord, they've seen me take, you know, 20K trades, 30K trades, 40K trades based on like my conviction level. But typically in pre-market, it's usually like 2K to 5K maybe is my initial entry. But if I'm scaling in, you'll hear me sometimes say I'm scaling into a play. It's not that. It might only be $500 here, $1,000 here, $2,000. You know what I mean? It's based entirely on how confident I am in this play. Nice job. Oh, they have a 8K. T-Bone just said IVF moving on that 8K. They're increasing shares from 6.25 million to 250 million. Why are they? It's like it's bullish. I know. If it gets back up to 2, I'm still holding on to a few shares, but I wouldn't mind for it to pump back up. You're seeing 1.8 million for IVF? Let me double check. I mean, that move to 2 kind of felt like a smaller float, but yeah, I'm seeing 2.35. So yeah, I was wrong about float. AskEdgar is a little off. So it is a smaller float, but it's running on just basically an 8K. So we'll see. IVF is a trash ticker though, so if it breaks over 2 and holds, I'll probably just leave it alone. But it's almost like one of those meme tickers too, though. So that's why I said if it starts running, I'm not going to try to chase it, because it's just, trade's kind of like a meme ticker when it gets momentum. But it's trash. This company's trash. But I already added some in the 190s. Adding a little bit more here. I don't know. It might break, but I'm playing it. Added some more. I had an order waiting at 199, so let's see if it breaks down here. Out of all the tickers that hold momentum, it better not be this play. But it is after 8:30, so once they start breaking new highs after 8:30, there's a trend where my profitability goes down. So I might trim some here at the 9 and then trim the rest at VWAP. There we go, trimming a little here. A strong move back to 2. Bro, if this thing already stopped me out. I had an order at 206. Jesus Christ. This trash ticker. All right, I'm back in it. See if it comes back to reality, but if it breaks a new high, I'm just going to quit playing it. Because again, after a certain time, I just don't do as well. Took a little decent hit on that one too. Seeing big orders on the ask though, I like that, so it should drive the price down. Oh yeah, somebody's dumping or something. But anyways, I am probably going to wrap up because it's a little late for me. Did I hit 1,000 subs? Let's see. If I didn't, I got to stay around so I can convince somebody to follow me. Oh, I hit 1,000. Let's go. So appreciate it, guys. And on that note, I'm still in this play. I have a stop limit order at 216. If it hits that, I'm out, but I'm going to just try to ignore this one because when this one gives up, it usually gives it all back. So hits 216, it's going to stop me out, but I'm going to see if we can get a flush back to VWAP or the 9, and I'll probably trim some out. Decent session. I gave a little bit back on IVF there. So is what it is. Appreciate it, guys, and I'll see y'all in the Discord.